ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणम् तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। वागर्थाविव सम्पृक्तौ वागर्थप्रतिपत्तये जगतः पितरौ वन्दे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ। येनाक्षरसमाम्नायम् अधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। अथ द्वितीयोऽध्यायः तृतीयः पादः।
अथ द्वितीयोऽध्यायः तृतीयपादः
षष्ठीशेषे न्यो विदर्थस्य करणे
न्यो विदर्थस्य करणे
अधिगर्तदयेषां कर्मणि
अधिगर्तदयेषां कर्मणि
कृञः प्रतियत्ने रुजार्थानां भाववचनानामज्वरेः आशिषीनाथः जासी निप्रगण नाटक्रातत्विषां हिंसायां व्यवहृपणोः समर्थयोः दिवस्तदर्थस्य विभाषोपसर्गे द्वितीया ब्राह्मणे प्रेष्य भृगोर्हविषो देवता संप्रधाने चतुर्थ्यर्थे बहुलं छन्दसि यजेश्च करणे कृत्वोऽर्थप्रयोगे कालेऽधिकरणे कर्तृकर्मणोः कृति उभयप्राप्तौ कर्मणि तस्य च वर्तमाने अधिकरणवाचिनश्च न लोका व्ययनिष्ठा खलरततृणाम्
न लोकाव्ययनिष्ठा खलस्तृणाम्
कमेर्निषेधः
कमेर्निषेधः
अनेकोर्भविष्यदाधमर्णयोः
अनेकोर्भविष्यदाधमर्ण्ययोः
कृत्यानां कर्तरी वा
कृत्यानां कर्तरी वा
तुल्यार्थैरतुल्योपमाभ्यां तृतीयान्यतरस्याम्
तुल्यार्थैरतुलोपमाभ्यां
चतुर्थी चाशिष्यायुष्य भद्रभद्रकुशलसुखार्थहितैः
चतुर्थी शिष्यायुष्य मद्रभद्रकुशलसुखार्थहितैः
इति पाणिनीयसूत्रपाठे द्वितीयाध्यायस्य तृतीयः पादः
इति पाणिनीयसूत्रपाठे द्वितीयाध्यायस्य तृतीयः पादः
षष्ठी देशे गणेश please read. षष्ठी शेषे can read Kashika as well as Siddhanta Kaumudi, and our notes is there. We could refer to that. Kashika.
भाषिका कर्मादिभ्योऽन्यः प्रातिपदिकार्थव्यतिरिक्तः स्वस्वमिसम्बन्धिः स्वस्वामिसम्बन्धादिः शेषः तत्र षष्ठी विभक्तिर्भवति। राज्ञः पुरुषः, यशोः पादः, पितुः पुत्रः।
Siddhanta Kaumudi also almost the same. Yes, please read.
सिद्धांत कौमुदी कारक प्रातिपदिकार्थ व्यतिरिक्तः सस्वामी भावादि संबंधः शेषस्तत्र
then tatra षष्ठी स्यात्
शेषः तत्र षष्ठी स्यात्। राज्ञः पुरुषः कर्मादीनामपि संबंधमात्र विवक्षायां षष्ट्येव सतां गतं सर्पिषो जानीते मातुः स्मरति
एधोदकस्योपस्कृते एधोदकस्य उपस्कृते. This example also we have seen. This can be interpreted in two ways. We saw Eda Shabda and Eda Shabda. Edhodakasya upaskurute.
एदोदकस्य उपस्कुरुते। भजे शंभोः चरणयोः फलानां तृप्तः।
If you see our notes, Tashti Sheshe. This is this line from the Kashika. Karma dibhyaha anyaha pratipadikaratve vitirekaha saswami sambandhadihi deshaha tatra shakti vibhakti bhavati. Before this sutram, pratama vibhakti is enjoined. It is 2, 3, 46. Pratipadika talinga parimana vachane pratama. 6 karakas being of this. 6 karakas like karma, dibhya, karma, karana, etc. are explained before. Karma, dibhyaha, anyaha, and pratipadika vitirekaha is the description of sheshaha. Karmadikarakas, other than karmadikarakas, and different from pratipadika talinga parimana vachane pratama, the previous sutra. All these already explained, and different vibhaktis are enjoined to different karakas. Therefore, Shesha referring to that which has not been mentioned earlier. Uttat anyaha, other than these. Other than karmadibhyaha anyaha, pratipadikata vitariktaha, swaswami sambandhadihi. Swaswami is relation of Swami and Swa is servant. Master-servant relationship. Only the general relations like Swaswami Bhava Sambandha, relationship of master and servant, property proprietor, etc. They are not discussed. That is what is Sheshaha. And that will be enjoying Shashtiya Bhakti. So Shashtiya Bhakti will be employed to the Pratipadika, which indicate the relations like general relations like Swaswami Sambandhadihi Adipadat, other also. So this is Shashti Shesha. Shesha Lakshana Shashti, we say. So when Shashti Bhakti is ordained other than what has been said before, that is Shesha Uttatanyaha. Swaswami Bhava Sambandha example. That is the example given in both Kashika and Siddhanta Kaumudi. Rajyaha Purushaha. So Kashika is in Siddhanta Kaumudi also same. Karmadinam api sambandha matra vikshayam shashtiyeva. This we will see. Karmadinam api vikshayam shashti. When karma etc. That is karmadinam api sambandha matra vikshayam shashtiyeva. That is called sambandha shashti. So, Saswami Sambandha example, Ragyaha Purushaha, Karmadinam Sambandha, Karma, etc. Other, they got Sambandha, relation. For that is given Satam, Gatam, Satpishaha, Janite. Those examples we will see. So, Ragyaha Purushaha, Raja and his Purusha, servant, Saswami Sambandha. The Purusha is that we is connected to Raja, Ragyaha Purushaha, the servant of the king. That is meaning. The Rajan is called Pratiyogi, Purusha is Anuyogi. So, Swaswami Sambandha. Pratiyogi, Anuyogi, in the context it is given. That's why I use the word. However, here it is not required for us. Avayava, Avayavi Bhava Sambandha. Adipadat, Taroho Shaka, branch of a tree. Avayava, Avayavi Sambandha. Then Janaka Janakasya Bhava Sambandha, Pituhu Putraha, Prakriti Vikriti Bhava, Iranyasya Kankanam, Upasyaddharo, Upaidharo, anyway, Upaidharo Shaturthi, here Iranyasya Kankanam, yes. Then there is one, the Pratiyogi, Anuyogi, it's not required for us here. It is, we have discussed that in the context of Samasa. Vedya Vedakayos Chaika, Vedya Vedakayo Chayeka Sambandha Anyaha Anyam Ishyate. Vishto Yadyapi Sambandha Shashti Utpattistu Vedakat. That which Vedaka, that which differentiates is Pratiyogi, that which is differentiated is Anuyogi. Okay. So, in the example, Rajnyaha Purushaha. So, Purushaha is what is differentiated, and by Raja, therefore Pratiyogi, Anuyogi. This is in the context of compound visa. That's okay, that's not the. But then, because Siddhanta Kamri, Karmadinam api Sambandha Matra Vikshayam Shashti. To express the relation of karma, etc. Shashti Bhakti is used. This is in language there in Siddhanta Kaumudi also. For that examples are Satam Gatam, etc. Karanam, Karana Vivakshayam. Karana Vivakshayam or Karana Vivakshayam. So Satam Gatam is an example. Satam is what Vibhakti? Satam is Shashti. Satam Gatam. Satam Gatam is the conduct of the good people. That is satam gatam. So shashti sheshe. Here karana avivakshaya. That's sheshe. Or you want to express through tritiya, then kartri karanayos tritiya. Which is kartari. So tritiya also possible. We can use tritiya if it is kartri. Not karana, it is kartri. Not karana. Sadbhihi gatam is the sat is karta. So it is not karana. Yeah, here I have written sat is karta. Okay. So kartri karanayos tritiya. Or shashti sheshe by that. If you don't want to express through tritiya, then it is shashti. I will make it here karaka vivakshaya. We'll change this to karaka vivakshaya, not karana. That would be better. Karaka vivakshaya. Then sarpisha janite. Here this example will come later also. Neha vidartasya in the sutra also. So sarpisha janite is not in the sense of knowing here. Yadatu ubepadi. Here atmanepada rupam janite. Janate, janate, rupam here janite in the sense of engaging in. So is engaging in eating annam because of sarpish. Sarpish is ghee. So sarpishaha janite. So if sarpish, if it is karanam, then sarpisha janite is ready to eat food because due to annam. Therefore here annam becomes the karana for is engaging in eating annam. We don't want to express through karna, karta karna tritiya, then by shashti sheshe, sarpishaha janite. Janite is equal to pravartate. Ityartaha. So this is sheshe shashti. So here we can say that karaka, this example can be given for karana vivakshaya. So that's katam is karta. Therefore, katam gatam is kartari shashti. In fact, we will see that. Kartar karmanoho kruti. By that, this karta taking shashti is kartar karnayoho shashti. That is the example here. Katam gatam. Adva shashti sheshe. Kartar karnayoho shashti. Katam gatam. Gatam, it's not the movement of, I think it's correct one. So there's an apavada to them. Shashti sheshe. We'll see that. It's going to come later. So satam gatam, satam taking shashti is due to shashti sheshe. Then karma vivakshayam. This example also is given. Just now you read. Mataram sparati. Taha devadattaha mataram sparati. Kartuhu yuksitam karma. Karma vivakshayam. Matu sparati. He remembers of his mother. He remembers the mother. He remembers of his mother. Shashti Bhakti also can be used. But compounding happens or not, that we have to see. That is why Pratipada Vidana Shashti. This example is given later also. So here Shashti Shesha example it is. The next one is interesting. Edo Dakasya Upaskurute, Edaha Udakam Upaskurute. Upaskurute means he reading the water. Udakam. Udakam or, here. Edo Dakasya Upaskurute. He treats the water by adding some the parts of the tree like leaves or bark or the twigs. They're all Gandha Dravyas, adds to the water. So, and the water is also boiled. So that is Edo Dakam Upaskurute. So Edaha Dakam Upaskurute or Edaha Dakasya Upaskurute. I think not explained here. This I will, yeah.
No, Udakam can be written as Dakam also.
No, there's explanation for that. I think I taught you this before. See, I'll write here more on that. See. Edo Udakam, you can take it as either Eda plus Udaka. Eda plus Udaka. Like Edas is Edas Shabda, Sakaranta. That's why you get Edaha, Sakaranta Shabda like it's not Manas Shabda, Manaha Manasi, Manamsi, Edas, Sakaranta Shabda. So, Napumsakalinga, yes. Here it is Napumsakalinga. But Edas is Shabda is Sakaranta Shabda, we can decline like Vedas Shabda. So, therefore, sorry, it's yeah. Edas is Pullinga, not Napumsakalinga. Edas is Pullinga. Okay. So Edaha, the Edo Udakam is Edaha cha Udakam cha. Tesham Samaharaha. Samahara. So then it will become the compound Edho, Edas become Edho, then Puru Pasandi, Edo Dakam. It will become Edo Dakam. This is one way of interpreting that Edo Dakam. Okay, so Eda is, see, in both ways we can take Eda in fact. Here, Eda can be Akaranta Shabda, one word is there. Or Edas, there is another word, Edas, that is Sakaranta Shabda. So this, therefore, Edo Dakasya Upaskurute, that is the example given. If you join, this is Edo Dakasya Upaskurute. Edo Dakasya Upaskurute. Upaskurute is treating the Udaka, the water. So, if you take the Shabda to be, yeah.
Edaha or Edaha means.
Edaha is Pratama Bhakti Bhagavachanam. Edaha Edo Edaha. Udaka is water. Edaha is fuel. Okay. Some Indhanam. Indhanam could be sun also. Could be anything. By exposing the water to the sun, adding something to that. Talk example. So Edaha cha Udakam cha Tesham Samaharaha. This one you get compound Edhodakam. Another way, this is here we can take the Edaha is Akarantaha Eda Shabdaha. Next one we can take Sakaranta Edas also is there. We take it as Sakaranta. Edas Sakaranta. So then it is Napumsakalinga. Then it is Napumsakalinga. Edaha, Edasi, Edhamsi. So then it becomes Napumsakalinga. Edaha, Edasi, Edhamsi. Edhamsi cha dakam. Dakam also is water. Edaha, Edasi, Edhamsi cha dakam cha. There it is there also samaharaha. Tesham samaharaha. Then Pratipadikam is Edas. So here it is Edha plus Udakam. Okay. The whole compound Edodakam. So here it is Akaranta Shabda. Please note. And here I am taking it as a Sakaranta Shabda. Edas plus, now here Daka. Daka also means water only. Here Padanta Sakara becomes Ru and then you get O, then Edodaka. Same thing you get. So here it is Sakarantaha Edas Shabdaha. So in both ways you get Edodakam. So now here, Edodakasya upaskurate, that is the example. Edodakasya is, it treats this, so this is in Shashti Bhakti. The karma of this upaskaranam is Edodakam, and karma is put in Shashti. So that is the example, karma avivakshaya. When it doesn't want to present this karma, then Shashti Bhakti is used. So that is the example. Edodakasya upaskurate. If you see the website, has not given explanation to that. I don't think in Vasu also will be there. Not given. This, remember I explained the context of Samatha. This Edhas is, you can take one Shabda or Edha, another way also possible. So here Edaha cha Udakam cha Edodakam. Dakam also means water. There we can take Edhas Shabda, Edaha, Edasi, Edamsi, Napumsakalinga. So Edodakam. So Edodakam upaskurte, that is the example. Edodakasya upaskurte also we can say when karma avivakshayam will take Shashti Bhakti, Shashti Sheshe. So therefore you get Edodakasya upaskurte. Let's see, that's what he has given. Okay. Understand. So Edo here, I'll join this. It should not be separate like this. Edodakam upaskurte karmani diya. Here it is Edodakasya upaskurte Shashti Sheshe. That is what the example is. This is Shashti Shesha, 2, 3, 50. By that, Edodakam, which is the karma, it is expressed in Shashti Bhakti. Karma avivakshayam Shashti. Karma avivakshayam Edodakam. What is Edodakam? That two ways of explaining is given. That's not important, but it's okay. So this is example for karma. Karmadinam avivakshayam. Sambandhamatra avivakshayam. Shashti. For that, these are the examples.
Kshamyatam Sharanji.
Yes.
This Edodakasya upaskrute is there in 2353 also. I saw my notes.
Yeah, it is there in letter also it comes. Yes. 2, 3.
53.
Yes. For the kring dhatu pratiyatane. Pratiyatane is treating. Yes. There also it is there. Yes. Edodakasya upaskrute. There it is karma. Karotehe karmani karake sheshatvene vidakshite gamimane shashti bhakti bhavati. Yes, the same example. This is shashti sheshe. Sheshe shashti, right?
Yes.
That's why here all the examples given. Even Matuhu Smarati, this also is given later. The example is there. Okay. So all the See, here it is given the Shashti. All these are Shesha Shashti, Pratipada Vidhana Shashti. It's all, see, all these here only Shashti Shesha only. Why it is given separately? The purpose of mentioning these sutras separately is that they will not compound. That's why Pratipada Vidhana Shashti we say. Pratipadam, it is mentioned, these are separately mentioned to show that these do not compound. So all these are Shashti Shesha. So examples what are given in for this sutra, they're all given, they're all for the Shashti Shesha also. Right? So that's why it is given. Similarly, Aham Shambho Charano Bhaje. So here karma is Bhaje, Aham Bhaje. Aham Bhaje, karma is Shambho Shashti. Charano, right? Charano is Shashti. By what sutra? Karmani Dvitiya. Anavite Karmani Dvitiya. By Sheshe Shashti. Shambho Charanayoho Bhaje. Charanayoho Shashti Sheshe. Example. That is the example here. Vedanta Kavati. Tatam Gatam. There is Karta. Talpishaka Janite Karma. Matuhu Smarati. That is also object. Edodakasyo Paskurute. Karma Vikshayam Tashi. Aham Shambho Charno Bhaje. This is also karma example. The karma dinam. The next one is Phalanam Triptaha. Phalanam Triptaha, that example I have not given. Here, but you can understand. Phalanam Triptaha is Phalanam Triptaha. Phalanam Triptaha means Triptaha is satisfied. Satisfied with what? With fruits. So, is satisfied with the fruits. Tritiya Vibhakti. Avyakshayam. Karana Vivakshayam. Shashti Vibhakti. So, Phalanam Triptaha, maybe this also we can add. Palaihi Triptaha Atava Phalanam Triptaha. For example, what is given there, can say Palaihi Triptaha or Phalanam Triptaha. The person is satisfied with the fruits. Devadattaha Palaihi Triptaha. Tripdhatu is Palaihi Tripdhatu is Akarmaka Dhatu. Therefore, it will denote Karta also. Palaihi Triptaha, it is Tritiya. Kartakaranayo Tritiya. Kartakaranayo Tritiya. And Palaihi Phalanam Triptaha is Shashti Shesha. Karana Vivakshayam. Kartakaranayo Tritiya. What is the number? No. The number of Kartakaranayo Tritiya. 2, 3, 19.
318.
18.
18. Okay. The word Shesha in the Sutram expresses a general relationship. Relationship cannot be expressed by any karakam. That is why karmadinam sambandha matrasyapi. In this Siddhanta Kaumudi, karmadinam sambandha matra vikshayam shashti eva bhavati, to express a general relation. Tasvami sambandha, bhavabha, aveva avevi sambandha, etc. So Ragyaha Purushaha, Pituhu Putraha, etc. relations which are eligible to get a karaka sanya, but the speaker doesn't want to assign any karakam. Karaka vivakshayam shashti, sheshe shashti. Like mataram smarati, matu smarati. That depends on the speaker. The word has been assigned a karaka in the karaka adhikara, but the speaker still wants to present this as a general relationship. Karaka vivakshayam shashti. The sutra being open, tatanyaha, meaning no condition. Therefore, it covers all the three possibilities of a general sambandha. So, therefore, the sutra from 2351 onwards, the sutra is 2350, 2351 up to 2364 are illustrations of Karaka Vivakshayam Shashti. Therefore, these examples you will see there also. In the context of different Karakas, when Karaka Avivakshayam Shashti. These illustrative rules do not seem particularly useful from the perspective of the Vibhakti, but words related by Shashti Vibhakti on the basis of those rules are not allowed normally to form a Tatpurusha. So that is why the rules are separately mentioned, Pratipada Vidana Shashti. So Shesha Lakshana Shashti is Shashti, this Shashti. Then, and further later the Shashti comes, Kridyoge Shashti. Just we'll quickly read, we have seen this. In addition to the above usages of the Shashti Bhakti ending, Shashti Bhakti may also be used to express Samandha for Katrakarkam and Karmakarakam when they related to a Kridanta. Why he says Samandha for? Because Kartari Shashti, Karmani Shashti that we are going to see. In association with the Kriya Kridanta Padam, then Karta and Karma, that can be put in Shashti Bhakti. That's called Kartari Shashti. Shashti Vibhakti may also be used to express Samandha for Katrikarakam and Karmakarakam. Such usage of the Shashti Vibhakti is called Krid Yoga Shashti. These are found in the Sutra ranging from 2365 Kartrikarmanoho Kriti. This is called Krid Yoga Shashti. Up to that Sutra 2373. So not all Krit Pratyaya support Shashti. There are exceptions are there. Loka, Vyaya, Nishta is there. Kalartatrana. Not all Krit Pratyaya support Karta or Karma to be in Shashti. Exceptions, you have to remember, 2369. Then Apavada to 2365. And therefore, this sutra enumerates a list of Krit Pratyayas which are exception to Kartru Karmano Kriti. So it should be other than the Kridanta Padam which are mentioned here. Krit Pratyaya, which are mentioned here. Okay. We will see that. Kartru Karmano Kriti, later it comes. That time we will see the sutra. After Shashti Sheshe, so therefore, Shashti Sheshe, that is Shesha Lakshana Shashti, then Krid Yoge Shashti, then Pratipada Vidana Shashti is the sutras which are mentioned from 2351 onwards. These sutras do not participate in compound. Pratipadam Ucharya, Padam Padam Pratipadam, every pada. Pratipadam Ucharya, every sutra here. Ya Vidiyate, Sa Pratipada Vidana Shakti. Tamasam na prapnoti. Shashti ordained from the sutra, Nyo Vidartasya Karane 2351 onwards, up to the Vyavahrupanayoko Samartayoho and the Shashti, which is given by the sutra 2364. It's called Pratipada Vidana Shashti. Pratipada Vidana Shashti na samasyate iti vartikam asti. So therefore, Shashti Bhakti, which I mentioned sutra, will not compound those words. And Jnana Nirdhana also another one. It is not connected to this our context, Jnana Nirdhana. It is in the context of compound. But anyway, just same notes. So Pratipada Vidana Shashti na samasyate. That we know. The next sutra is the Karaka. Nyo Vidartasya Karane. Karane Tritiya. That is Karane Tritiya, not Karane Tritiya. Karane in the sense of Karanam. Nyaha Avidartasya, Nyadatu, not in the sense of knowledge, then that Karanakaraka will be expressed in Shashti Vibhakti. The sutra is, let us read. Parvataji, you read. Kashika as well as Siddhanta Kaumudi.
Yes, ji. Kashika जानातेः अविदर्थस्य अज्ञानार्थस्य करणे कारके षष्ठी विभक्तिर्भवति सर्पिषो जानीते मधुनो जानीते सर्पिषा करणेन प्रवर्तत इत्यर्थः प्रवृत्तिवचनो जानाति अविदर्थः जानाति हि अविदर्थः अथवा मिथ्याज्ञानवचनः सर्पिषि रक्तः प्रतिहतो वा चित्तभ्रान्त्या तदात्मना सर्वमेव ग्राह्यं प्रतिपद्यते मिथ्याज्ञानमज्ञानमेव अविदर्थस्येति किं स्वरेण पुत्रं जानाति
Siddhanta Kaumudi.
सिद्धांत कौमुदी जानातेः अज्ञानार्थस्य करणे शेषत्वेन विवक्षिते षष्ठी स्यात् सर्पिषो ज्ञानम्.
So here the Shashti Bhakti, please not, it doesn't start only from here. Previously also Shashti was there, right? What are,
Yes.
where? What are the sutras? Shashti Etu Prayoge, Sarvanamnas Tritiya, Shashti coming as Anuvrutti for that. Shashtya Tasarta Pratyena, Yenapa Dvitiya, then Tatam Shashti, Yasecha Bhavena Bhava Lakshanam, Durantikaihi Shashtanyatasyam. All these are Shashti, please note. Right? So all these are Shashti. In addition to that, we are seeing Shashti here, starting from Sheshe Shashti. Now the sutra, Nyaha Avidartasya Karne. Nyaha Nyadatu, the sense of knowing, but not knowing. Here, Avidartasya. Nyaha Avidartasya Karne. Vidadatu. Vidartaha Yasya Saha Vidartaha Bhurihi. Na Vidartaha Avidartaha. So, Tasya Avidartasya Nyadatu Janatehe. Janatehe, what is Janatehe? Janatehe is
जानाति षष्ठी विभक्ति is जानातेः.
Janati iti pratipadikasya Shashti Vibhakti Janatehe. What is Janati? Not Kriya Padam. Stipo Dhatu Nirtesha. To express a dhatu in the form of noun in the grammatical context, the grammar context, we use that. We add the pratyaya, stip or ik. Remember, we have seen this. What is Janatehe? All of you, I think you know it, right? Yes or no?
You have told him.
Forgot. See, the Janatehe is a word in the language. Do we have a Janatehe padam in the language? We don't have, right?
Use in normal, yeah.
We don't have Janatehe. Janatehe Shashti. What is the Pratipadikam then? It's like Arehe.
जानाति.
Sorry, Arehe. So,
जानाति is the pratipadikam.
Janati is a Pratipadikam. But what is Janati? It's a Kriyapadam. If it's a Kriyapadam, then how can you decline it? Meaningless. But Janati is a Pratipadikam. But Janati, how do you get it? As Pratipadikam. This Pratipadikam Janati cannot be used in the language. In the context of the grammar, we can use, like in Mundaka Upanishad, I mean, famous example, Sadehe, Dhatoho, Upanipurvasya, Sadehe, Pratyantam Yojo Yutva, Upanishaditi, Padam Nishpadyate, Pada says. What is Sadehe? Shashti Vibhaktya Saddhatu. Sadi. Sadi Pratipadikam. Sadi referring to the Dhatu. Sad is Shadlu. So how do we get this form? This Dhatu is Nya Dhatu. to convert a dhatu into a noun, the pratipadikam, and that pratipadikam can be used, to refer to that dhatu in all the vibhaktis. Can add either the pratyaya stip or ik to pratyaya, special pratyayas are given. So here stip pratyaya is added. Stip is shit pratyaya, savdhatuka pratyaya, therefore it will bring its content is ti. Gana vikarna, shna. Now because of shna, nya will become ja. So ja plus na plus ti, janati. Now we have janati as a pratipadikam. So if you want to refer to the dhatu, you can refer to the dhatu through different vibhaktis. So we can use janati and decline it as like the shabda like hari shabda. Janate means of the nya dhatu. That is the meaning. So nyaha is shashti vibhakti. In the sutra, it is equal to janate. You follow?
Yes, Ji.
Understand? So janate is of the nya dhatu. That is nyaha only. Avidartasya ajnanartakasya, not in the sense of knowing. Ya means to know, but here it is referring to other than knowing. And karane, when karana, karanakarake, when nyadatu is used in sense other than knowing, shashti is employed to the word denoting karanam. And the karana is expressed as a general relation. When you want to express karanam as a general relation, sambandha, then karana, which will take tritiya, by this sutra it can take shashti. Because you want to express it as a general relationship. Karmadhiram sambandha matra vakshayam shashti. So that is why shashti bhakti. Example, sarpishaha janite. Sarpishaha, sarpish shabda. Sarpish shabda, how you decline? Sakaranta. Sakaranta. Sakara or Shakara. So tritiya will be sarpisha. So how would you decline sarpish shabda? That is not our interest now, but anyway, but since sarpish, then take it as surface.
Dhatvadehe shaha saha, by that.
No, not dhatu adehe. Why dhatu adehe here? It's not dhatu. This is not a dhatu.
Oh,
This is a
then,
pratyaya sakara,
then
which is there in the
adesha
pratipadikam, and that will become mudani shakara later. But to start with, even though shabda is tatpish, we say shakaranta, like we have shabda like ashish, etc. Right?
Yes.
Shakaranta shabda. But we have to take it as sakaranta, and then sakara later when you apply adesha pratyayoga in the sequence, it becomes mudani shakara. Not dhatu adege. This is not a dhatu, and not on the adi also.
Okay, Ji.
So when this surface is gi, napumsakalinga. So surface plus su will become sumo napumsaka, su will become look. Therefore surface you get. And sakara will become, ru will become sarga.
Sarpihi.
Right? Sarpihi. And bivachanam, surface plus,
Oh.
Come on, tell me what happens. You have to tell,
Then
what are this?
napumsakacha, by that she, ikara will come, adesha.
Yes, this is a jal. Napumsakasya, napumsakasya jalachaha. Sarpihi, sarpishi, sarpimshi. Okay, that's napumsaka jalachaha later. Huh? Then we get sakara, this adesha pratyaya. Sarpihi, sarpishi, then sarpis plus just will become
she adesha will come. Jasya soho shihi, by that.
Chihi, yes, she becomes he. Then here we can apply napumsakasya jalachaha, by that num will come. Therefore it gets sarp. Then sarpishi, sarpim, and sarpi pada also will become Dirga. Therefore, here we have
शान्तमहतः संयोगस्य by that Dirga will come.
Santamagata. Why? This. Yeah, I think so.
नकारस्य
Yes.
सकारस्य संयोगः अस्ति.
Yes. Santamagasa. Santamagata sanyogasya by the rupada dirgatvam. Yes. Numahama by napumsakasya jalachaha.
Okay.
That upra will apply. Napumsakalinga. Sarpihi, sarpishi, sarpimshi, sarpihi, sarpishi, sarpimshi. Tritiya will be sarpisha. Sarpis plus ta. Ta becomes a. Anadesha pratyaya for sarpisha. Shashti vibhakti will be sarpis plus nas. That is us. Adesha pratyayoho, the mudane then sarpishaha. That is what is here. Sarpishaha janite shashti vibhakti. So he engages in the sacrifice with ghee, can be sarpisha karane tritiya, but it is expressed as a sambandha, general sambandha. Therefore, sarpishaha iti shashti vibhakti. When karane, when the surface, instead of because it is karana and karta karanayo tritiya, it will take tritiya bhakti. But the speaker wants to present as a sambandha, then he can use shashti and sarpisha janite. When the nya dhatu not in the sense of knowing, that condition is important. Similarly, madanaha janite. Madanaha is maduni, 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 maduna tritiya. Maduna janite karta karanayo tritiya. Maduna janite, it is shashti. Okay.
Yes.
Meaning is sarpisha karanena pravartate. So janite is equal to pravartate ityartaha. It's given in the Kashika. Just now you read. Okay. Sarpisha pravrittihi. Now, sarpishaha jnanam. Same. Here jnanam is because it's here also pravritti only. So jnanam is pravartate, jnadatu. Here it is kriya padam. Here it is. What is this?
Prakriti.
It is kridanta padam. Simple.
Kridanta.
So jnadatu here in the sense of not in jnanartaka. Avidartasya, jnanartakasya. So for it means pravrittihi. That's meaning here. Sarpishaha, jnanam is sarpisha pravrittihi. Bhojane, in eating. He engages in eating. Maybe he was not interested in eating before. Now because sarpish ghee is there, therefore he engages in eating. Bhojane pravartate, pravrittihi asti tasya. Because of shashti, due to shashti. Therefore, this is kartarkaranayo tritiya. Now, sarpishaha jnanam, can we compound? No, we cannot compound. That's why pratipada vidana shashti it is. We cannot compound this. The context of samasa, we are seeing sarpishaha jnanam because it is specifically mentioned here. Otherwise, the sutra is not required. So, no compounding is not possible. Surface is cause for the pravritti of eating. Instead of tritiya bhakti, shashti is used. Why? Because the dhatu, see, instead of tritiya, not a tritiya cannot be used. It is called vivaksha only. Dhatu nya is used, the surface is shashti bhakti. When it is announced the ghee is going to be served during food, somebody who is reluctant to take food till then becomes ready. As surface is the karanam for pravritti of eating, it takes shashti bhakti. When nya dhatu is not used in sense of knowing. So, karana vivakshayam, sambandha matra vivakshayam, shashti vibhakti, that is sheshe shashti, pratipada vidana shashti, compounding not allowed. That is extra you can note. Follow. So the same thing can be put in the table also. Later we will do. So this sutra, understand, right? Sarpishahayam. Already we have done this. Next one. Adigarta Dayesham Karmani. Damaji, Ji. Okay, 1 minute. Maybe that sutra or next sutra. What is that? Yeah, that is on. Please do. Can read Kashika.
काशिका शेष इति वर्तते अधिगतः स्मरणार्थाः दयदानगतिरक्षणेषु ईश ऐश्वर्य एतेषां कर्मणि कारके
Isha, not
शेषत्वे
Isha. Isha.
ईश ऐश्वर्य एतेषां कर्मणि
It should be
कारके
Aishwarye. Isha is a dhatu. Ish, Aishwarye. It will be in Saptama Vibhakti in dhatu pata, right? Bhusattayam Eda Vruddho. Isha, Aishwarye. So maybe a typo.
ओके ईश ऐश्वर्ये एतेषां कर्मणि कारके शेषत्वेन विवक्षिते षष्ठी विभक्तिः भवति मातुः अध्येति मातुः स्मरति सर्पिषो दयते सर्पिष ईष्टे मधुनः ईष्टे कर्मणि इति किं मातुर्गुणैः स्मरति शेष इत्येव मातरं स्मरति
Siddhantakamadi.
सिद्धान्तकौमुदी येषां कर्मणि शेषे षष्ठी स्यात् मातुः स्मरणं सर्पिषः दयनम् ईशनं वा
Yeah.
दयनम् आरीश
Adigarta Dayesham. Shashti Vibhakti. Karmani. Karma Vivekshayam. By this sutra. Shashti Sheshe. Shashti Vibhakti Bhavati. What is Adigartaha? Adik Artaha Yesham Dhatunam Adigartaha. Here we have the Adi Purvaka Ikdatu. That way Adi Ikdatu. Ik is Smarane. Sense of. We have seen in Sananta another thing. Smarane. The sense of Smarane. Adi Purvaka. Adigartascha Dayascha Ishascha Ishishcha Adigarta Dayeshaha. This is Itreta Dvanda Samasa. And then within that we have this Bhaguriki compound also. Adik Artaha Yesham Dhatu Nam. Those dhatus which have the meaning of Adi Purvaka Ik Artaha. Adigartaha Dayascha Daidatu Ishcha Adigarta Dayeshaha. Yesham Adigarta Dayesham. Itretra Dvanda Samasa. Bhaguriki Garbha Itretra Dvanda Samasa. Then Shesha iti Kashika says Adigartaha is Smaranartaha ityartaha. Daya Dana Gati Raksha Meshu Isha Aishwarye Etesham Karmani Karake. In the sense of karma. In the sense of karma, the karma of these, the roots of these dhatus, verbal roots, Sheshatvena Vivakshite, then Shashti Vibhakti Bhavati. So when Shesha Vibhakti, when connected with the roots of these dhatus, Samandha, then Shashti Vibhakti can be used. These are the 3 dhatus, and Ik is Adi Purvaka Ik. When the karma of the Adi Purvaka Ik dhatu, meaning to remember, and any Smaranartaka dhatu, could be any dhatu, not only Ik, you can say any Smaranartaka dhatu. Then dhatu dai, to give, dana rakshaneshu is the karma of the dhatu, dai, and karma of the dhatu, ish to rule. When it is considered as a general relation, Sambandha Matra Vivakshayam, that we have to take it from the Kashika. Karmadinam, Api Sambandha Matra Vivakshayam, Shashti Vibhakti Bhavati. Shashti Vibhakti is employed to the Pratipadikam, connected with the roots. Examples: Smaranartaka dhatus, Smrudhatu, and word derived from that, Smaranataka Dhatu, Smaranam. So, Matuhu Smaranam, that is Mataram Smarati, or Matuhu Smaranam. So, Smaranam is denote the same meaning as Adipura Kigdhatu. Here, what is the object of Smaranam? Karma, it is Mata, Mataram, but it takes Shashti Bhakti. It takes Shashti Bhakti. It's like Karmani Shashti. Karma taking Shashti, remembering the mother, that's the meaning. Similarly, Sarpishaha Dayanam, giving the ghee or protecting the ghee. Sarpishaha Ishanam. Ishanam is master or master of ghee. Okay. Matuhu Adyayati. Adyayanam Adyayati also Adipurvaka Ing Dhatu. That is the sense of remembering. Sarpishaha Dayate. Na ayam Gatranam Ishte. Ishte, that is Isha is Pratama Bhakti, Pratham Purusha Ekavacham, Ishtatu, Latlakara. Gatranam Karma, Karma is in Shashti Bhakti. Similarly, Sarpishaha Ishte, Madunaha Ishte. If Karma is not intended, then Shesha, if Karma is not intended, then these words will take Ditya. I think some translation problems. Karma is not intended as a Shesha. Okay. When you don't want to express as a Shesha relation, then it will take Ditya Bhakti. Yes, that's fine. Mataram Smarati. Matuhu Smarati or Mataram Smarati, both are valid in the graph, in the language. Here karma is intended. That's why it takes Ditya Bhakti by the sutra. Kartuhu Yipsitavam Karma. Karma Vayakshayam, Sambandha Matra Vayakshayam becomes Matuhu Smarati or Matuhu Smaranam. Okay. So this is then Kashika says Karmani Tikim Matuhu Gunaihi Smarati. Here Guna is not the karma, it is Tritiya. So therefore here we cannot have Shashti. Gunaihi Tritiya. Condition is when karma is the, when we have karma of the dhatu, of the either the tinganta or kradanta, that should be the object of the dhatu can be mentioned in Shashti Vibhakti when you want to express it's a general relationship. But here, Guna is not the object of this smrudhat, the root here. Therefore, it cannot take Shashti. It's a counterexample. Karmaniti kim matuhu gunaihi smarati.
Gee, one doubt. When
Yes.
we translate, how do we do that? Because of her guna?
Translate. Remembers matuhu gunaihi smarati. He remembers by the
By
gunas. By
Yeah, but
gunas of the
Sakti
mother.
is not coming, no, when we translate.
Where? Sorry?
If we translate, Sashti is not coming, no.
Guna of the mother he remembers. He remembers the mother by her characteristics.
Yeah, he remembers his mother. We can't put Sashti there, no.
Why not Shashti? Matuhu.
No,
and
if we
Mother.
translate,
Hmm.
because of her guna, mother is
Because of the guna, who said? Why
no
guna?
guna is, huh?
See, remembering the mother, Devadattaha matuhu gunaihi smarati. So, mother is remembered for her gunas, for her characteristics.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
So,
that's the translation.
but Shashti, where is Shashti coming there in that translation?
Yeah, her character it is there. No?
Gunaihi, it is not karma, therefore Shashti not there for guna. That is the example. Gunaihi, it's not in Shashti Vibhakti.
Mhm.
The counter example. Okay. Not example for the sutra. Example for the sutra is Mataram Smrati or Matuhu Smrati. But you have to ask, how do you translate here if it is Matuhu Smrati? He remembers of his mother. That's
Yeah,
how we have to
that I
translate.
understood. That I
He
understood.
remembers his mother, Mataram Smrati, or remembers of his mother, Matuhu Smrati. Why Karmani? Why do you say Karmani in the sutra? Because here Matuhu Gunaihi Smrati, he doesn't remember the mother, he recalls the gunas of the mother. So guna is the Tritiya Bhakti. So therefore it is cannot take Shashti. That is the example. Translation, mother
No, I
is
understood, Ji.
mother
This
is
is
remembered
Mat
for, you cannot translate
for
exactly.
her
Mother is
gunas.
for her gunas, for her
Ah.
characteristics.
Yeah,
Don't try
understood.
to connect with English. English and all we have crossed over. Of all beginners. We should not be interested in translating English and understand. That will not work at all. You cannot translate. Then we off is there, for is there, by is there. Then what vibhakti pratyaya we use? No, it will not work like that. You have to drop the English prepositions. That is only initial support for the beginners. After that, you have to drop. You cannot exactly map the prepositional English prepositions to the Sanskrita vibhaktis. That approach is there. You have to drop it. Should have dropped it long back. Okay. Never works. Always you have to punch the dhatu. You get the karaka. Find out what karaka, then assign vibhakti accordingly. If it is karaka vibhakti. Otherwise, upapada vibhakti. Upapada vibhakti also different types we have seen. Okay. The next sutra now. Please read. The next person. Rameshwari, you read.
Prinyah pratiyante.
Pratiyatne.
Pratiyatne. Pratiyatne. Prinyah.
Krinyaha, no. Krinyaha.
Prinyah.
Not krinyaha. There is no one more consonant, one more anunasika letter. Krinyaha.
Prinyah. Kashika. Sato gunantaradanam pratiyatnah. करोतेः कर्मणि कारके शेषत्वेन विवक्ष्यते प्रतियत्ने गम्यमाने षष्टिविभक्तिः भवति एदोदकं स्योपस्कुरुते एदोकस्योपस्कुरुते
Read again.
शस्त्रपत्रस्योपस्कुरुते प्रतियत्न इति किं कथं करोति कर्मणीति किम् एदोतकस्योपस्कुरुते प्रज्ञया शेष इत्येव एदोतकमुपस्कुरुते
एदोदकस्योपस्कुरुते और शस्त्रपत्रस्योपस्कुरुते.
पत्रस्य that is really like patrasya
Yeah, shastrapatrasya upaskurute. Upaskaranam. Siddhanta Kaumudi.
सिद्धांत कौमुदी प्रिण्यः कर्मणि शेषे षष्ठी स्यात् गुणादाने एदोतकस्योपस्करणम्
एदोदकस्योपस्करणम्.
एदोतकस्योपस्करणम् उपस्करणम् is better. एदोतकस्यः उपस्करणम्.
Not edodasya. Edodakasya is shashti. Then upaskaram ma plus guna.
Okay.
Yedodakasya
Yedodakasya upaskaranam.
upaskaranam is guna adhanam. Apuruka dhadatu dudhan dharana portnayoho. Then lyut adhanam is bringing in some guna, extra characteristics to the whatever it is. Example, it is Yedodaka, Udaka water. So you add some perfumes, etc. to the water, and Yeda is a fuel, some indhanam. Okay, now this also is there covered. Krinyaha. Krinyaha is dhatu, kru dhatu, dukring karane. And here the Kashika is uses karotege, same thing. Ikshtipo dhatu nirdesha. Kru dhatoho dhatu nirdesha rupam karoti. Karote, karoti, shabdasya shashti vibhakti rupam karotehe, like Hari Shabda, arehe. Pratiyatnaha, guna adhanam. Karotehe karmani, this is I think Kashika. Karotehe कर्मणि कारके शेषत्वेन विवक्षिते. It means कर्मणि कृधातोः कर्म अविवक्षायां शेषत्वेन विवक्षायां means षष्टि. कर्मादीनाम् अविवक्षित कर्मादीनां संबंधमात्र विवक्षायां and karma of the dhatu kru dhatu pratiyatne, when the meaning is pratiyatnam, and pratiyatnam is the meaning, then Shakti Bhakti Bhati. Pratiyatnam is Guna Adhanam, already said. Bringing in the some guna, some qualities. Guna Adhanam, Gunanam Adhanam, Guna Adhanam, producing some good qualities. When Pratiyatna is intended, the Dhatu of the Kru, Dukring Karane, is intended to be a general relation, Samandha Matra Vakshayam, then Shakti Bhakti Bhavati. That is the word, that is the karma of the dhatu, the pratipadikam, the karma of the dhatu, the karmakaraka of the dhatu, that is, we'll take Shashti Bhakti. Shashti Bhakti employed to that pratipadikam. Udaharanam, Edoda Kasya Upaskurute. Oh, here I have explained, it is there. That is whatever I typed before. Edoda Kasya Upaskurute or Edoda Kasya Upaskaranam, this is Bhave, Lut. The fuel, wood gives a quality, extra quality, new quality, bringing in some guna adhanam, the water. So edodaka is upaskurita is upapurvaka krudhatu. The object of the upapurvaka krudhatoho karma, and here krudhatu with the upapasarga. Because in sense of pratiyatne, the edodaka, the object of the upapurvaka krudhatu, edodaka, can take Shashti Bhakti, Karma Vyakshaya. And the Edodaka is explained here. Either you can take it as Sakaranta Shabda, or either you can take it as a Akaranta Shabda. If it is Akaranta, then it is Udaka. If it is Sakaranta, then Daka. Both Daka, Udaka means water only. So we don't have problem. Therefore, you will get the same form only. Okay. Get the same form. By the Sutram, this is extra. By the Sutram, Upad Pratiyatna Vaikrita Vakyadhyahareshu 6.139. Suttagama comes before the Krudhatu, Upaskurute, that Upaskaranam Sakara is there. Krudhatu, when the verb Kru comes after Upapasarga, the sense in the sense, and it's sort of to take pains for something, to prepare, to supply, and ellipsis and disclosure, to take pains in imparting a new quality to a thing in order to increase its value or to keep it safe from deterioration. It is called Pratiyatnaha, Guna Adhanam. So upaskurute, upa plus kru, from where sakara comes? By the Sutra 6.1, 139. It is not our interest, but still you can just see the Sutra 6.1, 139. Upad, pratiyatna, vaikrutta vakya jahareshu. Pratiyatna sataha guna tara adhanam adikyaya vruddhasya va tavat vastyaya samiha pratiyatnaha. Okay. Eteshu arteshu gamyamaneshu karotau dhatau parataha. When karot kru dhatu is after upasarga, then sut kat purvaha bhavati. Suttagama comes before the kakara of the dhatu. That is the sutra. That is what we required. By this sutra it comes. Therefore, upaskurute, sakara comes. Okay. That's not important, and just an extent. And the word pratiyatana occurs in other places also. 1332 pratiyatana. 1332, what is the context? What is 1332?
Agama, sir.
Not Agama. Where is Agama? 1332.
Agama.
Atmanepada section. Upaskurute. Krudhatu is ubhayapadi. Karoti, kurutaha, kurvanti, kurute, kurvate, kurvate. Not upaskaroti, upaskurute. The krudhatu taking atmanepada when? In this Gandana, Kshepana, Sevana, Sahasikya, Pratiyatna. So Pratiyatne, then Dhatu, Kru Dhatu will be Atmanipada. That is a Upaskurute. The two things are the Sakara comes by the Sutra 6.139 and the Dhatu is Atmanepada Dhatu by the Sutra 1332. Kru Dhatu, Ubhayapadi, taking Atmanepada Pratyaya by that Sutra 1332. Okay, these are all extra. So, the example, Edodakasya Upaskaranam, Upaskurute. Right? Okay. The Sutra is 2352. 53. So, Karotehe Karmani Karake Sheshatvena means Karmani Avakshayam. Then Sheshatvena Vakshite means Sambandhamatra Avakshayam. Pratiyatne Gamyamane, when Pratiyatna is understood, then Shashti Bhakti Ki Bhavati. So, Edodakasya Upaskarati is one example. Shashti Bhakti Shastrapatrasya Upaskurate, another example. Why Pratiyatna? Counter example. Katam Karoti. Here there is no Pratiyatna. You cannot say Katasya Karoti. Katam Karoti. Kartuhu Ipsitavam Karma. Karmani iti kim? Edodakasya Upaskurate Prajnaya. So here it is. There is no karma. Edodakasya. It is not in karma. Therefore, it is Shashti Bhakti. Prajna is not karma. It is not the object. Edodakasya upaskurute, prajnaya upaskurute. So, Edodakasya is not the karma for the upaskurute. Edodakasya prajnaya. So, Edodakasya is connected to prajna. So, prajnaya upaskurute. Edodakasya prajnaya upaskurute. So, here we cannot use. It's a counterexample. Sentence is valid. Counterexample. Karmani iti kim. When Edodaka is the karma for upaskaranam, then karma vekshayam shashti. But here it is not. It is not karma. It is sambandha shashti. Only sambandha only. Don't have choice. Chesha ityeva. So edodakam upaskurute. When edodakam is the karma of the upaskurute, then sheshatvena edodakasya upaskurute. When it is not the karma, then it has to be shashti. That is the example, karma itikyam. Okay, now the next sutra. Rujartanam bhavavachananam ajvarehe. Please read, Sushiraji. Kashi.
रुजार्थानां भाववचनानाम् अज्वरे
Ajvarehe.
रुजार्थानां धातूनां भाववचनानां भावकर्तृकाणां ज्वरवर्जितानां कर्मणि कारके शेषत्वेन विवक्षिते षष्ठीविभक्तिः भवति। चौरस्य रुचति रोगः चौरस्यामयत्यामयः रुजार्थानाम् इति किम्?
Okay, that is not required. Then Siddhanta Kaumadi can read. Bhavavachan, it's all given.
भावकर्तृकाणां ज्वरिवर्जितानां रुजार्थानां कर्मणि शेषे षष्ठी स्यात्। चौरस्य रोगस्य रुचा।
That's Vartikam. Yeah.
अज्वरि सन्ताप्योरिति वाच्यम् वार्तक्यं रोगस्य चौरज्वरः चौरसन्तापो वा रोगकर्तृकं चौरसम्बन्धि ज्वरादि ज्वरादिकम् इत्यर्थः।
So the sutra says, Rujartanam bhavavachananam ajvarehe. Ruj. From that only we get the word roga, etc. Ruj, arthanam. And it is a bhavavachana. Rujartanam bhavavachananam ajvarehe. Ajvarehe means other than the jvara. When the roots, the dhatu, having the meaning other than the dhatu jvara. So, and the bhavavachanat, the karta of that, if it is the bhava means expressing the dhatu artha, then karma of that can be expressed as a general relation. Then Shashti Bhakti is employed. That's a meaning. You'll see in detail. This example itself is sufficient. Rogasya, Chaurasya Rogasya Ruja. You understand this example, the sutra is understood. So now you see the sutra. Rujartanam Shashti, Bhavavachananam is that just, it is the Bhava Artha, Dhatu Artha, your Dhatu Artha. Ajvarehe, of the Dhatus other than the Jara Dhatu. What is Rujartaha? Ruja Artaha, Yeshante Rujartaha, Bhaguri Samasa. Bhavaha Vachanaha Yeshante, Bhava Vachanaha. Lut Pratyaya Kartari Lut Pratyaya. Najvarihi, Ajvarehe, Tasya Ajvarehe, Nanchtat Purusha. So Bhava Vachana is, we have to take Bhava Vachana is Bhava Kartrikanam. Siddhanta Kaumadikara says Bhava Kartrikana. Bhava Vachananam, the word is there in the sutra, but what Siddhanta Kaumadikara says? Bhava Kartrikanam. Such a commentary is required. Bhava Kartrikanam. So Bhava Vachananam, that's why in the compound Kartari Lut. Lut Pratyaya added in the sense of Karta. So Bhava Vachananam is Bhava Kartikanam. When the Bhava means Dhatu Artha your dhatu artha. When karma is the, when karta is the bhava. When karta is the dhatu artha, when karta is the bhava. When karta is the bhava means the sense, the dhatu artha is karta. We explain that. Rujarthanam, of the dhatus, Rujarthanam, dhatunam, except for the Jvar dhatu, Jvarita Varjitanam, then karma of the dhatu, karmani karake, avyakshayam, sambandhamatra avyakshayam, shashti vyakti ki bhavati. This is not new, already we have seen this. Now, you understand Chaurasya, Rogasya, Ruja, this is understood. We'll see that. When the dhatu meaning to get inflicted, that is what Rujarthana, other than the Jvar dhatu. So Ajvarehe is in the sutra. So inflicted with disease. So the dhatu has the meaning of roga, disease, other than the Jvar dhatu. And karta is the bhava. That is the meaning of the dhatu expresses, the meaning of the dhatu artha is karta. That is the bhava vachanam is expresses karta. Then the karma of the dhatu, when you don't want to express as a karaka, then it can be expressed in shashti. That is what the sutra says. Now example, chaurasya, rogasya, ruja. Here ruja, rujarta, rujdhatu is used. What is the object of this dhatu, rujdhatu? What is the object? And what is the bhava vachana? The affliction of the thief by the roga, by the disease. That is the meaning. Now, what is the ruja is that? What is the karma and what is the bhava vachana?
Roga.
Rogaha is the disease, right?
Yes.
If you read the translation also, you'll understand. The affliction of the thief is not the karta. The thief, the chora is afflicted by the disease, right?
Yes.
The disease is the karta. And that is in bhava vachana, you get roga. Roga is bhava vachana. Roga is a disease. Bhava vachana means don't think a lute will be there. That is not the meaning. Bhabe cha, bhabe ghai pratyaya can come. Rujudhatu plus ghai. Then what you get? Ruj plus ghai. We have seen this Ruj plus ghai. When ghai pratyaya follows this chavarga letter, we have one sutra which is there in 7.3 somewhere. Ghai pratyaya. Bhabe ghai. Then this will be replaced by kakara, corresponding kavarga letter. Then penultimate is guna happens, rog, and content of ghai is a. Therefore, you get roga. So this is a bhava vachana. Ghai dhatu expresses purely the meaning of the dhatu. So, and here the roga is the karta, because the disease causes what? Pain, affliction. To whom? The chora. The chora is the karma. Understand? The disease, right?
Yes.
The disease, which is the karta, and that causes ruja, affliction. Ruja, it can be, here it is in a noun form. It can be in Tinganta Rupam also. I think that is also, it's given as an example somewhere. Yeah. Ruja here in the Kashika is Rujati, Chaurasya. So Ruja or Rujati, whatever it is, fine. And there is given Rogaha Rujati. Rogaha is, this is a good example. If that is not difficult, if you have difficulty in understanding this, you can understand. Rogaha Rujati, who is the karta? Rogaha is a karta, which is the bhava vachana. Bhavavachana means the pratyaya is expresses the meaning of the dhatu, and it is the karta in the sentence. Rogaha rujati. Disease afflicts. Whom does it afflict?
Taurus.
Chora. Chora is a karma, and karma is put in what vibhakti?
Sashti.
That's what it is. Chasti. Instead of rujati, we can use ruja. What problem in that? No problem. Instead of rujati, kriyapadam, it is uses, we are using ekrudanta ruja. Taurasya. Here it's a affliction. So rujati, if you say rogaha rujati chaurasya, the disease afflicts the thief. That is the meaning. Or if you say chaurasya rogasya ruja, the affliction of the thief by the disease. Both are okay, right? Understand?
Yes.
So ruja, okay. Here karta is rujayaga. Ruja is the affliction. Rujayaga karta is rogaha. So rogaha is the karta. The dhatu is ruj, not jvar dhatu, and karta is chora, and karta is roga, karma is chora, and this karma will take what vibhakti by this sutra shashti. When the dhatu is not a jvar dhatu,
Achora.
that is for ruj dhatu, karma is chora, and karta is
Roga.
karta is in bhavavachanam, right? Of the affliction, the pida, then the karma can be in Shashti. That's what the Sutra says. Okay.
Yes.
When the Bhava Vachana of the Jvar Dhatu expresses the karta and the karma of the Dhatu, Vijadhatu, which can be in Vidya Bhakti, by this Sutra can be in Shashti. So, Roga is a Bhava Artha, therefore the word Chora, which is a Karma Vachaka, is used in Shashti. So Rujidhatoho Bhavavachakaha Rogaha. Bhavavachakasya karma is Chauraha. Ataha Shashti. So Bhavavachakasya karma. Okay. Rogasya iti Shashti. The sutra by Karta Karma was Shashti that we will see. Roga is the Bhava Shabda is a Kridanta. That takes Shashti Bhakti. By Karta Karmanoho, in this example, Rogasya, it is in Shashti Vibhakti because it is Ruja is a Kridanta. And Chaurasya is Shashti Vibhakti because that is the object of the Dhatu of this Bhava Vachanam. It is confusing. Read one more time, it will become clear. So, given the same example, Chaurasya Rujati Rogaha. Rogaha Bhava Vachanam. Dhatu Rujadhatu. So, Chaurasya Shashti Bhakti, which is the object of the Dhatu of the Bhava Vachanam. So, Chaurasya Rogaha Rujati. Or Chaurasya Amayaha Amayati. Both are same. Amaya means disease. Anamaya means health. So, the disease, Amayaha, afflicts the thief. And here there is one Vartikam is there. This is so therefore here compounding cannot be done. Patipada Vidhana Shashti, number 1. And number 2, Ajvari Santa Yoho iti Vachyam. One Vartikam is there. Bhava Kartrikayoho, Rujartayoho, Jvari Santa Yoho, Karmanikarake, Sheshatvena, Vikshite Shashti na Bhavati. Then Jvari Santap Yoho. Sutra says Ajvare, but here he is adding one more thing, Santap also. So when Chauram Jvaraha Jvarayati only, here cannot be Shashti. That's why Ajvare is the Sutra. The fever afflicts the thief. And the Vartika adds one more thing also, Santapa also. Chauram Santapayati Santapaha. Here we cannot use Chaurasya. Okay. But Chaura, okay, this is extra. Chaura can take Shashti Vibhakti by Kartar Karmanoho Kriti. When Jvaraha is there, which is a Kridanta, Santapaha also Kridanta, then the Karta can be, which is, it is not Karta, the Karma of the Santapa, Karma of the Jvara can be in Shashti. Chaurasya, Jvaraha, Chaurasya, Santapaha, that is Kartru Karmanava Shashti. Okay. These are all extra. Okay, this is not connected to Karaka, this is connected to Samasa. So don't worry about that. Chaurasya Jvaraha, Chaura Jvaraha, Chaurasya Santapaha, Chaura Santapaha. Here we can form Samasa. Why? Because Jvaraha, the word is not allowed. The word will not, but the sutra says Ajvarehe. And Kartika adds one more word, Santapa, accepting that only. Therefore, it can compound. Tatra Karmana Kriti. When we have Chaurasya Jvaraha, Chaurasya Santapa, Chaura is the karma, then there we can compound. It doesn't, this is a counter example. Therefore, Samasa is possible. You understand? See, whenever counter example is given to these sutras which are given here, it means the counter example can compound. The example for this cannot compound. Counter examples can compound. Pratipada Vidhana Shashti, these are all Pratipada Vidhana Shashti. He says compounding cannot be done. That is why these sutras are mentioned separately. Otherwise, what is the purpose? Shashti Shesha will do the job. We don't require all these sutras at all. Shashti Shesha itself is enough. The purpose of mentioning them distinctly here is for the purpose of, dismissing compounds. And counter example for this, compounding is possible. So that is, therefore, don't confuse with the counter example that can compound. So when we say Ajvaraha, Santapa, which is negated, which is the sutra says that, except that. Therefore, when Jvara and Santapa is there, compounding is possible. Chaurasya Ruja, we cannot compound. There is Chaurasya Jvaraha, yes, why not? Chaurasya Santapaha. Okay, understand? Makes sense?
Yes, ji.
So the sutra, therefore, the sutra says, when the Bhava Vachanam is Kartru Vachanam. Rujartanam Yat Bhava Vachanam Ajvarege Rujatanam Dhatunam Bhava Vachananam Bhava Vachana is equal to Kartru Bhava Kartrika. Karta is expressed in Bhava Vachana, abstract noun. That abstract noun expresses only the Dhatu Artha. So Rujidatoho Bhava Vachanam is Roga. Roga is the Karta. Then karma of that, Bhava Vachakanam Karmani. Rujidhatunam, Rujartanam, Dhatunam, Bhava Vachakanam, Shabdanam, Yat Karma Bhavati, Tasya Sheshatvena Shashti. So here Rujidhatu is, its Bhava Vachana is Roga, which is the Karta. It means the disease causes, afflicts. And karma of the Roga is karma of the Dhatu, Bhava Kartrikanam Karmani. Here, what is the Dhatu? Dhatu is the same Dhatu, Rujidhatu. From that we get Roga. And the karma for the Rujidhatu, if it is, that is Chora, a Chora takes Shashti Bhakti. So rujartanam dhatunam bhavakartrikanam कर्मणि कारके ज्वरितवर्जितानां कर्मणि कारके शेषत्वेन षष्ठी वृत्तिः भवति. Okay, fine. Then that is the sutra here. So I think explain the meaning here clearly. And the dhatu meaning to get inflicted with the disease other than jvar dhatu, and santapa also we can add. And the karta is a bhava, the meaning of the very dhatu artha, abstract noun. And if the karma is the object taken as a general relation, then shashti vibhakti bhavati. Okay, the next sutra. Srimati ji can read. Rajatanam ajvarehe. Then the next one is
Yes. Ashishi Natha.
Ashishi.
Oh, I'm sorry. Ashishi Natha.
Okay, so here you can note. So nyaha vidartasya karane adhigarta dayesham karmani kanyah pratiyatne rujartanam bhavachanam ajvarehe Ashishi Natha jasi nip prahana natakrata pishamimsayam and vyavagrupanoho samartayoho. This sutra, starting from up to this, these, compounding, that is, cannot be done. So that's it's specific. It's called Pratipada Vidana Shashti. And one more sutra is a Kritvartaha Prayoge Kale Dikarane, that also. So, Ashishi Nataha. Shashti is covered by Sheshi Shashti. Mentioning of them separately is for the purpose of that they will not compound. Okay. Therefore, the karma, etc., they are just treated as a general relation. That's why Shesha. Without the sutra, also Shesha Shashti is there. It can be achieved. Then why it is given? It is for the purpose of Pratipada Vidana Shashti na samasyate. So it will not compound with other word. Matugu Smaranam, it cannot compound. They are separate. They cannot have compound, samasa. Matugu Smaranam, Sarpishaka Dayanam, etc., what we saw. Right? Similarly, Rogasya, Chaurasya, the Jvaraha. Rogasya, Chaurasya, Jvaraha. The Chaurasya, Jvaraha. So, please see the previous example also. So, here, Ashika. So, so Matuhu, Smarnam, Sarpisha, etc., those things cannot be compounded. Okay. So, the counter example, what we saw for this sutra, where I use the word Santapa and Amaya for the article. So, Chaurasya Santapaha, Chaura Santapaha. Chaurasya Jvaraha, because this Jvara and Santapa, which is prohibited by the sutra, therefore compounding is done. Please note. Okay. And okay, last one I think I didn't explain. Bhava Vachanana Mitikim. Why it is said Bhava Vachana? Nadi Kulani Rujati. Here Nadi is not Bhava Vachaka. Kulani is the karma, object of Rujidhatu. Therefore, here Bhava Vachaka not there. Right? Therefore, karma Kulani cannot be expressed in Shashti. So that should be a Bhava Vachaka. And then karma can be expressed in Shashti. Here Nadi is not karma Vachaka. Therefore, kulani cannot be nadi kulanam rujati. Strong. Nadi kulani rujati only. So nadi kulani, it is inflicts the kula, the shore. Here we cannot use shashti. The whole bhavavachaka is very important. Okay. Many points are there. You need to go through, understand thoroughly. How Ashishi Nataha, please read. Kashika.
Kashika. Natru Nadru Yajnopado Paishwarya Shihi Shuhu Patyate Tasya Shihi Kriyasya Karmani Karake Seshatvena Vivakshite Sashti Vibhatihi Bhavati Satpisho Natate Madhuno Natate Ashishi iti kim Manavakam upamanatati Ankaputra kadishva.
Trakadishva. So Ashishi Nataha. Dhatu is Nat Dhatu. Nat as well as Nat Dhatu, which is sense of wishing. In the sense of wishing, Ashihi Artasya Natehe Karmani. Now, karma of the Natatehe, again, Natatehe is Ikshtipo Dhatu Nirdesha. Natati, you get Natatehe, Shashti Bhakti of Natati. The Sutra Nataha is in Shashti Bhakti. You have to take this as Shashti Bhakti. In the sense of wishing, Nataha, karma of the Nataha will take karma vikshayam sheshatvena Shashti Bhakti Bhavati. What is Ashishi? Idam me bhuyaditi ashasanam. May this not happen to me. Balarama says. So when the dhatu nath, meaning to wish, is used in sense of wishing, karma of that sambandha matra vikshayam shashti bhakti bhavati. So natr, nadr, two are there, which is in the meaning of yachnyopatas, yachnyopathapeshwaryashishu. Tasya ashihi kriyasya karmanikarake sheshatvena shashti bhakti bhavati. So natate is wishing. Sarpishaha natate. He wishes ghee. Madhunaha natate. Wishes honey. So sarpishaha madhunaha. Sarpish is the karma of wishing. Madhu is the karma. Therefore we can use shashti. Sarpishaha natanam. Okay, this is a kradanta. Sarpishaha natanam. Here the nath is used in sense of wishing. Therefore, karma, sarpish or madhu take shashti. Patipada vidana shashti, by that na samasyate. So we cannot do sarpishaha natanam, sarpish natanam iti compound we cannot do. Subantam na samasyate, samarthen subantena. Because it is mentioned separately. Here, of course, kriya padam, that is ruled out. Here, natanam compounding cannot be done. Patipada vidana shashti. Then, idamapi samasaha abhavartam eva. So, samasa cannot happen. That's why he says Balavarama. Why Ashishi? Manavakasya natanam. Here it is not in the sense of wishing. Here, nata is not in the sense of wishing. Request of the boy. Compounding can happen or not? Compounding will happen or not? It will happen because
Can
nata
Yeah,
is
it will
not in the
happen.
sense.
Yeah,
Cannot.
sense of.
Only
Yeah.
Ashishi nataha pratipada vidana shashti. Here it is, there is no Ashishi. That artha is not there. So therefore, manavakasya natanam, manava nata possible. Why not? So kartakramana kruti, this karta is put in shashti. Kartakramana shashti. Shashti bhakti by kartakramana kruti. Not by this sutra. This sutra, natha only should be in ashi. Then only it is shashti bhakti. Yes, shashti because of the Kridanta. So therefore he says Nata is used in the sense of request, and therefore this sutra doesn't apply. The sutra will apply only in the sense of wishing, Ashishi. And Shashti Bhakti is still there. How? Because of Krid Yoga Shashti. Karta Karmana Kriti. And Samasa, of course it is possible because it is not Pratipada Vidana Shashti. That is why at Pratipada Vidana Shashti I mentioned again. Starting from 51 to 57 and the sutra Kritvortha Prayoge Kale Dikarane. These sutras are Pratipada Vidana Shashti. Other than this, compounding is possible. Krit Yoga Shashti, of course, there it happens. Okay, next sutra, I think we will see the next class. 356. Okay, so we'll do it in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Dhanyavadah.
धन्यवाद शिवजी.
धन्यवादः जी.
धन्यवाद शरणजी.
Dhanyavadah.